Hello, this is Robert, and in this video I would like to show you how to use CN extraction with getline. This line right here, it uses extraction to allow the user to type a word into the string word1, and then right after that we are using a getline right there. CN extraction and getline don't get along very well, and the reason is because extraction stops reading at white space, including the new line when I type enter on the keyboard, but it leaves the new line in the stream. So the very next thing to be read will encounter the new line. If I do extraction twice or three times, or if I only use extraction in my program, leading white space gets ignored. So if I was to then do something like CN word2, then the leading white space left over from this extraction would then be tossed out by this next extraction. So that's why the new line left in the string doesn't cause any problems if we only use extraction. But in this case, we're using getline right after extraction, and getline stops when it encounters the new line. Well, if extraction leaves the new line in the stream buffer and then getline encounters that new line as the very first thing, getline will think that it is done right off the bat because it stops at the very first new line that it sees, and the new line will be the very first thing that it sees in the stream buffer. So let's go ahead and see what we get if we try to mix extraction and getline without doing something special. Okay, so I'm going to type hello, and then as soon as I type return, it finishes the program. So if we take a look at what's going on here, I typed hello and then a new line right after that. Getline was the next line, so it encountered the new line right away and did not store anything into word2. And so that's why, even though we have word2 in our output right there, nothing was stored. So that's why it looks like word2 is empty, and it didn't pause to allow us to type anything into word2. What we have to do in order to make this work is we have to use an ignore in between the extraction statement and the getline. So let's go ahead and just type cn.ignore. I can specify how many characters I want to ignore. So if I'd like to ignore, say, 50 characters, I could use 50 right there. I could also specify the character that I would like to stop ignoring on. And so if I want to stop ignoring on the new line character, I can type /n as a char. So that's escape n, right? So that means new line. So stop ignoring when you see the new line character. If I don't specify either one of those, then it will ignore the very next one character. Okay, so this is going to remove the new line from the stream. So remove the new line from the stream. And then it will, so after we get rid of that new line, then it will pause on getline and allow us to type something for word2. So let's check this version. Okay, so I'll type hello, and then I typed return, and now it's waiting for me to type something for word2 using that getline statement right there. So if I type there, so now it has you typed hello and there. So in order to have extraction get along with getline, all you have to do is put an ignore in between those two, and then it will work correctly.